hero, David.
This is staying on the podcast.
No, it's not.
Let them know that we're filming.
Swinging.
He's recording.
Swinging.
We're good to go now, Joe.
Swimming and minion.
Joe's already recorded, I'm pretty sure.
No, he said to let me know when you're ready to start.
I'm pretty sure he's just said he'll record and that's it.
What? Can I mention high school? Damage that thing you just told you a minute ago, because you probably shouldn't. Hello.
They can hear you. Are you recording?
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm waiting for it. In a minute, I need. Once we're like, once we know that we're recording, I need just to clap sync.
Why?
So it syncs up the footage easier. No, not yet.
Syncs up the footage, what's that about?
We've got to sync the audio with the video.
So you find the part of the audio where you clap, and in both clips, so you can cut from there and start from there until there's a link.
Genius.
It is recording.
Yeah, but I don't know if they want us to go.
It's already going.
So, Jay, Andrew, see.
Right, are we ready to go or what?
Why are you shouting?
Shout now, come on, shout them.
Right, you ready?
Yeah.
They're going.
Speaking to you.
So 3, 2, 1.
3, 2, 1. Why did you
Only
not
one
bell?
person is right. Do it
3,
again.
Sorry.
2, 1.
Hello and welcome to the life of Ryan Hardwick. And here is the main man himself. Ryan, how you doing?
Hello, you alright? Thanks for having me.
No worries, mate. No worries. So, how did your life start? Like,
Well,
Well-
I'm born,
well, yeah, I gathered that.
and you all know how that happens.
Well,
You all know how we got there, don't you? You know what I mean?
what?
I'm a bit unsure. Could you please explain for me?
Well, circle of life and all that, reproduction and things. I was born 1998,
1998.
Wrexham.
Wrexham,
Not my
gosh.
choice, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, not the best
Not
place.
the best place to grow like. Ryan Prince, I was born. Ryan Prince.
Ryan Prince.
Was my mom's maiden name, yeah. So I was Ryan Prince for 3 years.
I think I would have preferred you with that name now.
You are a bit of a prince.
Why?
Why did you change to Hardwick?
Because my mum married my dad. But they weren't married before. So technically, look, bastard, whatever it's called, you know what I'm saying? I can't swear. I'm sorry, guys. Well, it's not really a term.
Right, don't worry, we'll beep it out.
It's not
Just
really a
carry on.
term, you know what I'm saying?
Either way.
But everyone's all shipped, you know. Everyone's all married and stuff now, so Ryan Hardwick.
I've met James a few times. He's a solid character.
Solid.
Much better than Ryan, but we'll move on from that. So, going back to your early years, what's the earliest thing you can remember about yourself?
I have this strong image of watching Bodybuilder at my nan's house. And before it came on, I remember specifically jumping over the back of the chair and getting Bodybuilder gear on. So I had all the gear on, and I sat right in front of it and watched Bodybuilder every single time. And when the episode stopped, back over there, took it off, started again, back on.
So you're a big Bodybuilder fan?
Massive Bodybuilder fan. Like, there's a picture on my Facebook page of me dressed as Bodybuilder.
We're going to have to see this.
Why have I never seen this?
We don't need this now.
Yeah, we didn't know shit.
We don't need this
Well,
now.
I'll get all while we're talking, so go on.
Alright, it's down. So why the Bob the Builder? Why?
I sort of, you know, some people have the tweenies, some people have.
You're not into the tweenies and that.
I
then?
wasn't into the tweenies, but the builder was my man.
Well, I'll tell you, Tubby, Thomas the Tank. I mean,
Simpsons.
Simpsons as a kid.
Simpsons as a kid's bit
That's
snake like.
a bit far, that, isn't it?
Why?
It's a bit like 8.
Mate,
Talking
I was
about
watching
8 or 9, 10
yeah.
maybe.
I was watching like Futurama at the age of 6.
What's the old JV?
Goes to Ireland, you see.
Hey, Joe.
Any more questions or?
What do you mean, any more questions? I've only just started, mate.
Right, go on.
This is the first of many.
Go on then. Let's have
We've
one.
got like a series of asking you questions.
This is just part 1.
Yeah.
We've got a lot more to go, mate.
Part 2 coming next Thursday.
There's a photo of me, but they're awful. Don't want to show the camera, Jamie, but
He's not going to reach the camera from here, is he?
that's me, but the builder.
Still like that now.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, he's still pale as that picture.
Yes.
Just without the glasses, mate.
Yeah, I know.
So anyway, Ryan, what about primary school? Any significant memories from primary school?
Well.
It's fine. Go on.
Well, primary school. Everyone was popular in primary school, wasn't they, really?
I don't know.
It was me and the fellas. We ran that college. We ran that primary school down to the ground.
Use the fellas, anyone we
Proper.
know? Square
No,
head?
you don't know. I don't see any of them anymore, actually.
Oh.
Who were your mates back then?
But you don't know any of them, like.
Well, that's why I asked you.
I'm trying to learn about your life, Ryan.
I
I want to
know,
know
well-
about who you hung around with. We want to know who
There
you
was this-
considered the fellas back
the
in year
crew.
6.
There was this guy called Jacob Davis, Jack Hanley, who is very successful now.
He's very. Why? What's he
Well,
going to do?
He's not ugly, put it that way.
So you're saying he's
And
attractive?
he's quite popular as well.
So you're saying he's attractive?
Yeah, attractive guy. And then there's some of the fellas which don't really want to mention on this podcast. I don't really like them.
Oh.
Okay.
But yeah, I played Santa Claus stuck in a chimney in reception. I was a little fat Santa Claus in a Santa outfit. I was stuck in a chimney, so I was there for the whole play with a cardboard chimney around me, just sat there like this. And they tried and get me out like 4 times, but didn't work. Like, things went on. Year 4, I had like a little trip to Conway.
Oh mate, Conway was the best.
Belter, underground cave, straight in there, no hassle, boom, 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 back at 2, back at 2, back at 2. Fantastic. Year 4 still, I played a villager in the Pied Piper of Hamlin, whatever it's called. I was a villager. I had like 2 lines.
Like on Minecraft.
Yeah.
Just walk around going,
Yeah. Year 6 was the manor, which is like another residential trip kind of thing, which is all like high ropes and stuff. Belter, amazing trip. Year 6 play, I had the lead. I was Jason and the Argonauts. I was the main guy.
What is that?
It's like a Viking sort of story kind of thing.
So you're saying you got built for that part?
I was top guy, yeah.
No, I mean like.
Built.
Well,
Oh yeah, I'd
yeah.
put on some serious muscle back then, yeah.
I was gonna say I can see it now, mate.
It took me a few, yeah. I've lost a bit of it now, like, but
No,
yeah,
but you
just
still
a bit,
looking big,
just a
like-
bit, yeah. I know, really a little bit. But and then the last day, year 6, pulled a bird.
You pulled a bird.
First case under year 6 disco.
Question is, what were you wearing in that school disco?
Okay then. I have a picture I'll show you later. It was Primark grey pumps.
Loves it.
Yep. Boot cut jeans, so no skinny jeans, but then.
Still wearing them now, but
Right.
carry on.
It was a white polo, massive, it went down to my knees, and it had the LFC bird on there, and then she was
The red
LFC
flag.
across the back, across.
So basically you look like a bit of
And I knew braces in as well, absolute amazing.
Braces
no-
in year 6?
Yeah, early start.
There's no wonder you were pulling birds with that massive LSC badge.
Well, I know.
But anyway, so obviously years reception to year 6. Anything important happen outside? Maybe any crazy birthdays?
Maybe.
Anything that didn't happen in school that was important to you?
Well, just tell you this. I used to do street dancing. I used to be a street dancer. I used to go to a club and everything,
Excellent.
like classes, and we we sort of did like dancing performances and stuff. And then one year we did like a pantomime kind of thing. We did Beauty and the Beast. I played Chip, the little teacup, but they were like human versions, but I was a woman. And I had to wear a bright blue and gold dress and a pink wig.
We still got that now?
I've got pictures of it later, but I'm not showing you them.
I think we need to see them.
I can't show you them now, they're at home, like.
But do you have that dress to this day?
They didn't let me keep the dress, I'm afraid, no.
You definitely brought that in.
No, I didn't.
You definitely
And
still
I
have that
wasn't
dress.
the skinniest person back then either, so I looked more like a.
What are you trying to say, mate?
Like a teacup.
Yeah, like a bell.
You look like a teacup.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to see this picture.
Other than that, I did some taekwondo. I was 3 away from my black belt and that, so I had to quit. They forced me out, didn't I? I had an injury.
Why? What happened, mate?
Well, I had like a problem with my hip,
Hmm.
so I needed an operation when I was 10 years old to fix that.
Too many fights.
Yeah.
Or was it you street dancing and it got in the way?
Oh well, I had to give up street dancing because of the operation and taekwondo. And by the time I could rejoin again, my license ran out, so I had to start from white belt again. And it's just too much hassle.
Should have carried on your street dancing, mate.
I did. I went back to it for a bit,
So what happened now?
and then high school came, and obviously I had to,
Getting with the cool kids.
you know,
Well, that could have been your way there.
I did myself some favours. Like didn't want to get bullied in high school, so I dropped out of street dance.
Anyway, in primary school, did you enjoy it?
Primary school was a decent time of my life, yeah. Especially the very last day.
Any bad memories that you can think of?
Bad memories, bad memories.
Except obviously playing a teacup as a woman.
Well, in street dance, you needed to change costumes rapid.
Right.
And one of the dances I had to do roly-poly, you know, like forwards roll.
Yeah, yeah.
And like I say, I wasn't the skinniest person back then, so I wasn't very athletic or flexible. And I was fretting about doing this roll for about 6 months, fretting, trying to practice and everything. I got it down to a T. And I was like getting dressed and I missed the whole thing. Came out with one leg warmer on, one sweatband on. Mess it was.
So you had a really bad time then.
Embarrassing. Could have got dropped from the team. Good luck. I didn't, like, but
Were you the best on the team?
I was the best on the team, yeah.
So obviously that's why you didn't get dropped.
That's why I didn't get dropped. But it was a decent time.
Ever get in trouble in primary school? I can see you being one of the naughty kids.
There was a few times I clashed heads with some people and the teachers and that. Me and this other fella had a bit of a scrape on the playground over a bird.
Oh, I'm not surprised.
But you know, things happened, didn't they? And you know, we were mates again. I remember buying some brand new like the Reebok trainers. No, actually no, they were Air Maxes, but they were the very first pair, the black ones with a tiny bubble at the bottom.
Right.
Bought them, year 5 now. Brought them in, put them in the peg for PE. Gone. Someone nicked them.
Someone nicked your trainers?
Next day, Pikey came in, wearing my shoes. Confronted him, didn't I? Said, oh yeah, I bought them myself. Said, it's you. And then had it out with him. Got my shoes back, like, you know what I mean?
Oh, so you got them back?
Got my shoes back, of course, got my shoes back.
That's not too bad then.
Ripped them off his feet, didn't I?
Do you ever have match attacks or anything like that in your playground?
100%. Speaking of that, actually, I had a bit of a tough up with some World Cup 2 out of 10 stickers.
So we're not cutting the deal, fair trades and that?
Well, the trades weren't fair, and I was accused of nicking some.
You nicked some?
Well, basically there were swaps, and people said unfair swaps, and that. Then one of the parents came down to my house and said, right, Ryan's been doing this. And my mum was like, I'm not having it. I'm not having this. So my mum went, want to go get me swapsies? Threw them in her face, like. Threw the swapsies in the woman's face.
But
Shut
you
the
still
door.
lost all your swaps, mate.
Yeah, swaps are swaps, aren't they? Match attacks, I had them all.
You had them all?
I had, well, the good ones, I didn't want to work having like the Liverpool ones and stuff.
Right,
Man of the match, Torres and, you know, 100 Club Gerrard and that sort of thing.
Do you have any, like, Beyblades, Yu-Gi-Oh, that sort of stuff, or...?
Pokemon cards, they sort of look kind of cool to me, so I stole a few of them from one of the mates. And,
Oh, so you were a thief then?
yeah, I stole the cards, I wasn't paying for them, like, in 50p a pack or something like that. You know, it wasn't minted, like I am now. But, you know.
Did you ever play, what were they called, you know, the little ones where when you'd have a game against one, you'd flick them and you had to knock the other person's over. I can't remember what they called.
Yes, the little 50 pressed down, don't they, and they flick.
They're like little monster things.
Little monster, don't you mean?
I
Yeah.
can't think of
I
what
had
they're
them.
called. They ended up getting banned in my school.
Never even
Because
heard of them.
people were getting obviously too like serious over it.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
people were gambling, like they were like, right, so if I win, I get to keep yours.
Oh, yeah.
And obviously
yeah,
we were all like 11, 10, so it was like, nah.
Never had one.
Got married a few times in primary school.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, married to about 4 or 5 birds in primary school.
Any girls that you can name, or...?
No, just for the safety of the women, you know.
Ah, right,
Like,
Do you play any sports or anything
Was it
in
street
school?
dancer? Counts.
well, yeah, street dancer.
No, I mean like football.
Year 6, they had a cricket team. I was on the cricket team. Yeah. We were actually very close to the finals in the cricket team. Until, like the supply teacher, the not really a teacher, but not really, she's allowed to be there kind of thing. She made a big mistake of her life and brought me off the game when we were losing. And I was like, listen, you have to keep me in this game. And she goes, nah, come on, be fair. And we lost the game and we missed out. Could have gone to the finals. That was semis.
So where were you?
I carried our team to the semi-finals.
And got dropped.
And then I got dropped on the most important game. We didn't make it for the finals.
Bet you went mad, mate.
I went mad.
Schools.
I never forgive her that.
Bet they
Miss
rioted.
Edwards' name was Miss Edwards.
Miss
Name and
Edwards.
shame, lad.
Miss
Name and
Edwards.
shame.
Get it.
Anyway, I think we should move on to the latest stages of Ryan's life.
Yeah, we'll move on to high school. So talk us through year 7.
Let us hear about your first day. I want to know what your first day in high school
So
was
you've just
like.
left year 6. You've had the little summer break.
We've got to have a picture of your first day. Surely your mum took a picture of your first day in high school.
You're a bit nervous
Sure. Well,
because obviously you're the new kid.
I was terrified.
Anyone, you know, obviously in year 6, and then you get to pick like certain people you want to be in forms with. Did you get in with who you wanted to be, or you didn't get to
I
pick?
did not get the pick. So this is sort of how it went in my primary school. Everyone wanted to go to Helsby High,
Right.
including myself.
So what high school did you go to?
I went to Christian High School.
Right.
But the story behind it's a bit, you know, get you there. Like.
Right, go on.
So
Run us through it.
we went on this residential, like I said, in year 6,
Mm.
and we get back. Well, obviously, our parents found out while we were on the residential, so everyone was like, oh, you know, so excited to find out about Helsby. 95% of my mates got into Helsby. Right? Me and Jacob, who I mentioned before, didn't. We got into Stanley, the one just over the road. It was called Stanley at the time, it was down there.
Right.
We were gutted. We said, no way we're going to Helsby Hall, high school, it's not happening. Right? So we were on the appeal list, and I was on the appeal list for Upton, and I was on it for Christian. And I got into Christian, and 2 days after I received a letter from Upton saying you're first on our list. So it was a choice between Upton and Christian. We chose Christian.
Bad decision, really. You could have known. You could have known us before.
Yeah, well, I had to go Christian. I mean, I wanted to book Upton. I was happy with Upton, but Christian, I got in, it was secure, it wasn't standing, so I was happy with it. First day, a teacher came up to me, and she goes, you know, because the teacher trying to introduce you to the new community.
Yeah.
She pulled this kid up called Kieran Farrell.
First day.
Yeah, which I already knew from Taekwondo because he did Taekwondo with me.
He did Taekwondo.
With me.
I bet he was amazing.
But he only got to like the 3rd belt. He was rubbish. I got 3 away from my black belt. He wanted to 3 off a white belt or whatever. And the woman brought him up to me and goes, "Have you met, Ryan? Meet Kieran." And I was like, "Already know him. Already know him, mate. Don't worry about it." Never spoke to him again.
Never spoke to him.
Never spoke to him. I said a few things even there in 6 years high school, but wasn't my cup of tea, to be honest with you.
So how did you find year 7?
Year 7 was
It's quite a while ago. Fun.
Loved year 7. Obviously everyone starts off first few months, you're like, oh yeah, homework straight away. That didn't last a week.
So have you got lost actually while running
I
this?
got lost.
You got lost?
I got lost.
I think most people get lost
Of
though.
course I get lost. The main issue really was the women.
Oh,
The women. There was too many for you to handle, you know what I mean?
Couldn't keep Moffy around.
And you're like, whoa, too many fitties in this high school. Which one do I choose? You know what I'm saying?
well, obviously you could have the choice. I mean,
I could have a choice, you know
Look
what
at
I'm
you.
saying? I mean,
You've got nets on your shoes, lad. How could they not
exactly, how could
be
they not?
crawling all over you?
I mean, I had the square, the square shoes.
oh mate, who didn't have them?
I had them for me.
Everyone
They
had
get
them.
7. Massive bag it was.
I like that. I like that.
They were the good days, yeah.
So, any other memories you have from 8 to 11, or there's got to be a few from.
memories.
First proper girlfriend, you know.
Yeah, my first proper girlfriend in year 8.
Oh.
Yeah.
What was that like for you?
It was alright.
Alright.
Yeah, it was just you walk past her, you give her a nod, she gives you a nod back, see it again. There's nothing there, you know what I mean?
So she was like
Doesn't
one
really
of the
sound
boys
like a
then.
serious girlfriend, Ryan.
It wasn't really serious,
You
you
just
know.
said she was your first serious
He
girlfriend.
was
Sounds like one of
yeah,
the fellas,
yeah,
really.
just like him, sort of thing, you know. But
Someone you go down a pub with, it's just one
yeah,
of
it was
them,
just
isn't
one
it?
of those, you nod to you, you're right, nothing I
I got
do.
that.
I joined the Scouts in year 5.
Oh, you missed it, I know,
I
but
missed it out, but then I had to leave in year 8 and 9.
why is that?
It's
Getting
too
bored.
old.
Too old?
Yeah, you got to leave when you're 14. But they wanted me to stay on till I was 16 to be like a young leader kind of thing. But
So
I
you
was
said
like,
no?
can't hack it, sorry. I had to turn you down. Bigger and better things. Again, I wanted a life, so I had to leave the Scouts. But, schoolwork wasn't too hard for me. It's alright.
So obviously year 9 is, well, it was my favourite year. I don't know about yourself.
Yeah,
Well,
it's a belt here.
You literally, you don't do anything.
Don't do
it's just-
anything, it's nice and easy. Although I did have my first exam in year 9,
You had your first exam.
ICT.
How did that go?
Failed it, got you.
Ah,
Got one of the worst scores in the whole year.
I was definitely. So it definitely didn't go too well then.
Didn't go great, no. although the year 9 was the year that the school built our 4G football pitch, so everyone was buzzing about that.
Oh, that's pretty
You know
decent.
what I mean? Year 10, year 11 spent almost every single lunch on that pitch.
So did you pick your options in year 10 or 9?
Well, the way Cresston works is, you know, this term we're in now.
You start with year 10,
Oh.
but you pick when year 9.
Yeah, but my cousin... Oh, we'll move on.
Right, so the way Cresston works is, you know, the term we're in now, we've just come back from Easter. Or no, maybe the term after. Actually, the term after we're in, right, is WIT. We get 4 or 6 weeks after, and then we're off for another 7 weeks, aren't we? That term is when Cresston start their next years. So I would say if I was in year 7, I'd move into year 8 4 weeks or before everyone else was.
So you do
So you do the first
you
4
do like
weeks.
4 to 6 weeks of year 8, and then you'd have
year
a
8,
massive
Then
break.
you'd have a massive break. You start year 8 again. So really, you'd have work to do with the holidays.
So
which would be
what
best.
about if you were in new year 7?
Well, if you were obviously you're year 7, you go to year 8.
Yeah,
so
no,
at that
no,
point,
but
there'd
I
be
mean,
no year
I mean, if you were
7s.
starting, would there be no year 7s?
No year 7s, or there'd be no year 11s because they'd be able to study leave. Well, there will be year 11s, but there'd be no year 12s. If you know what I mean.
So obviously you pick your options.
Yeah.
What did you take?
I took DT product design, which is like woodwork and metalwork. If you're not familiar with that. I took media studies. I took business studies and computer science.
Decent. I took electronics and so did he. I didn't go too well, but anyway. How did you find them all?
Easy.
Easy.
Apart from computer science. Computer science was really hard.
Was it?
I got an A star in DT.
Sure enough now.
I got a B in media, a C in business, and I got a D in computer science. Hard work it was. I had to stay out like every single day after school to catch up. It was hard work.
Got any standout memories from high school?
There was this kid in the back of my class who used to yawn a lot. Used to wear all black with his hands down his pants. Bit of a weird haircut, you see. He had one of those stupid things in his ear.
Mm.
And he kept on yawning and yawning. It did me head in. I was this close to knocking his glasses off and breaking them off. Like, so he stopped yawning then. He got his act together and, you know, started being a little weirdo, you know what I'm saying?
I'm guessing you two stopped being friends though.
Yeah, well, we never were friends.
Oh, that's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just kept his distance after that.
Yeah, I did, yeah.
That's fair. What about why college? Alright. Why media?
Well, I wanted to go sixth form originally. I had...
Hold on, first of all, you know the phrase, don't you? Stay in school, be a fool. Go to college, get knowledge.
Oh, I'm unaware of that phrase. What I mean.
Well, at least now you know you made the right choice.
Well, college just gave me lots of knowledge to tell you that one before I tell you that one.
Anyway.
I was in sixth form, and I obviously didn't get my English, and that limited my subjects. I was allowed to do business, I was allowed to do product design, I was allowed to do media. And obviously, I failed English, so I wasn't allowed to do law. I took law. I was going to do law in sixth form. But they were saying, listen, if you haven't got English, there's no way you're going to be able to do this and anything. And obviously, I'm sure you're aware of the way it works. You're in blocks, aren't you, lessons? So when you're doing one lesson, someone else doing another, and the way it works. And for me, in order to stay in sixth form and stay in the lessons, I would have had to do like health and social care, which I really didn't want to do. Really didn't want to do health and social care. So I thought, right, text my mate Squirm, what's he doing? He said, I'm going to college, West Church College. I was like, alright, cool. So I had a look at it, see what it was about. I sat down for business, and I sat down for media, and media gave me the best pitch, so I said, right, go on, let's do media then. And then later on I found out that Squirm did media as well, so I was happy.
Oh, so you didn't know that Squirm was doing media?
I didn't know originally, no. Because he didn't take media in high school, you see.
Did you know Kieran was doing media or?
No.
No?
I didn't really know Kieran about him. Like I said, I knew him in Taekwondo, and he gave me a dime bar for my 15th birthday, but that was about it.
15th isn't too bad.
No.
I mean, at least you got something off him.
Yeah, no, he was a seller, you see, so.
Oh, he was.
Me and him both sold sweets.
Oh, was
So
it?
he's sort of my rival kind
Bit
of
of
thing.
a rival.
But I sort of eased back to focus on my studies kind of thing, you know what I mean?
So, who was the better rival? Who won?
No, I outsold him every single day of the week.
Oh, I was sold him
Every
big
single day of
time.
the week, yeah.
And
Was
then
it-
obviously you took your foot off the pedal. Let him have a bit of a.
So I thought, you know what? Who's going to be the real mugger? They're making £40 a day on sweets. will make getting me his knowledge, getting me grades, and getting a good, successful life. So I chose the life.
And now you're both in
Now
college
both in
together.
college, skint, no sweets to sell.
So, in your first year of college, what did you enjoy it or?
It was alright. I mean, meeting new people was fine. But the first 6 months were dead, to be honest with you.
Weren't a fan?
They weren't the best. I mean, everyone started believing our things for people that people were saying. You know, I'm not gonna name names. Like, I forgot we're doing a podcast now, so I'm just gonna have to keep my voice down. And everything was happy days until it got boring. So I thought I'll come back into level 3 to waste time doing level 2. Hated English. And there's 3 people in my class doing the same subject as me, so I was like, yeah,
Sorry.
let's have it, let's carry on, let's get to know these people, and they turned out to be alright guys.
Who did you like and dislike in the first year?
You know, let's do a top 3 and bottom 3 instead. Let's
Like,
make it interesting.
Before we ask that question, what were your first impressions of people?
Actually, yes.
Oh, when I met you two, we were in the study centre, weren't we?
Yeah, and we were doing the drawing
And we
competition.
were doing the drawing
That's funny.
competitions. That was really funny. That's when I started to branch out and, like, you know, sort of like you guys. And I met Will in English. Obviously he did maths at the time, but we were doing that, and he was a decent enough guy as well. Then Matt used to know him, started getting chummy with you, sort of distance yourselves from us, and I was like, oh, forget it, sack them off. We'll just hang down with Kieran and Square, and obviously that got boring after a while. And Shay Harper joined, and our little group thing, and things went from bad to worse, and
And now, where is he?
don't know where Shay Harper is.
No
Matt
one
Easonham's
knows.
is gone.
Exactly, they're all disintegrating.
Will's
these
gone.
slowly. Will's gone.
Which is a shame.
Oh, yeah, so come on, top 3 like and top 3 dislike from level 1.
From level 2.
No, level. Well, yeah.
Well, yeah,
so-
first year.
Yeah,
First
first
year.
year. Yeah.
Dislikes. The dislikes has got to be, Shane's got to be in there. I'm sorry.
Shane West.
Shane has got to be in there. That guy, you know, when we were doing that mock, and he was like one of the older ones. He was like, "Oh, can you turn that music down? I can't focus on the mock." Remember him?
I think.
It was just
so.
all-
He was 20, wasn't he?
He was in the other side of the class, wasn't he? No?
I know you're. Oh, what was his name? I can't remember his name, but I know you're on about.
Couldn't stand him either.
He used to hang around blue. He used to hang around with the girl blue hair that you always used to say was my wife.
Yeah,
You didn't.
Couldn't handle
Yeah.
it.
I really can't remember for life.
I remember her with blue hair.
Yeah.
Oh.
Because everyone, Will and Jane and that used to say that she was my
I
wife.
forgot about her. And then
Did
there was this guy who used to
What
wear
was her
like.
name? Jane, just talk. What was her name?
I don't know, I forgot.
Do you remember his name?
Rebecca.
Do you remember his name?
Yeah, Rebecca.
His name was James.
Yeah, James. That's the one. Yeah.
He and then there's this guy who used to wear like My Little Pony t-shirts and stuff, and he's got to be like one.
Oh yeah,
Like,
I'm glad he's
couldn't
not in our
stand
group
him.
anymore.
You know what I mean? Grow some balls. You're 18, 17 years old, wearing My Little Pony shit. Right.
Top 3.
Top 3. Other than Squirm, yeah.
Yeah. So people that you
Oh
met,
yeah. People that you
people you
didn't know.
didn't know.
Didn't know.
I'm gonna count Karen as you didn't know. 'Cause she weren't really mates in
Well,
school.
he wouldn't be in the top 3 anyway. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah, that'd be you two and Will, I suppose.
I'll take it.
Let's be. I mean. Because that guy, the amount of Pony guys in the bottom 3, you can't be in the top 3, can you?
Yeah, that's
Can't be in
fair,
both.
that's
Let's be honest.
Hence why he's in the bottom.
Yeah.
So.
And then we've got, and then Matt Easonham's did me head in after a while, and all that. So
Oh,
So, right. So obviously you've done your first year. You passed your exams.
yeah,
18th.
No.
But it was driving first, wasn't it? Driving first.
No.
18th.
No. What made you stay on and do another year of college?
the people.
Is that it?
100%. The only reason is the people, and the way it was sold to me. Because the way it got presented to me was trips, doing this, and you get to do this, and you know, this could further your career and stuff and all that. So it was sold well on the people.
So you don't really have an interest in media? Is that what you're trying to say? Or
Of certain aspects, yeah. Journalism don't want to know.
So the only thing that you're really interested in staying here
I
for
thought I
was
was going to
graphic
a
design and
course
photography.
that was just graphic design and a bit of photography. That's what it was sold to me as.
So that's why.
Every 6 weeks, somehow, journalism got in there somehow.
And
So
film.
And
and
film,
film.
yeah.
So, which I'm not that, you know, good about. Film's alright, but journalism I just can't stand it. It's really the research and all that. Just not me.
No.
That's fair. What was first? Were you driving before you were 18?
Yeah, I passed the test exactly a month before I was 18, 6th of October.
But you failed.
No,
Talk about the whole
um,
experience of you driving. So like from your theory onwards.
So my 17th birthday, I got driving lessons full stop. Well, everything was paid for me, which was like, in the end it was like £2,000 worth, and it was amazing. You know, I was happy with that.
£2,000. How long were you driving for?
About 11 months.
Right.
But it was like, I went with Chris Kelly, and it was like 50 quid for 2 hours, and it always had 2 hours, always.
So what's every lesson was 2 hours?
Yeah, and it dragged, and I used to hate it, and it really did my head in. But I used to get better, and things were happening. I did the theory in December, only a month after I started driving. Failed it by 2 or 3 marks, and I was like, right, Christmas is coming, forget it, we'll sort it out after. February, I had my next test, passed it. Then I booked my driving test for April, so 6 months after I started driving, I failed that one by a few minors. And then I went on holiday in August. Actually, no, I got it rebooked for July, but I got a text from the email from the examiner saying it's going to be ill, and we'll have to remove your test to August. But I actually turned up to the driving test because I didn't check my emails, and they were like, "What's going on? Why are you here?" And I was like, "Oh, I got my driving test today." She said, "No, I haven't sent you an email saying it's moved to August." Then I said obviously I couldn't because I was going away. I had to rebook it for October, and I passed it in October. I got my car in November.
Decent.
Which was my birthday.
So how was the whole experience? Did you like it or?
First off, it was buzzing. I loved it. I can't believe I was driving. I hated it for months after that. Really couldn't be bothered. I was making excuses.
Just felt like it was dragging on.
I was ill, putting it away. It's like, oh, so much money. Even though it's not my money, it's still 50 quid a time for me. Dad, and I was like, nah, forget it. You know, I don't need any more lessons. And then I passed my test, and the hype came back, and I was like, oh yes, I'm independent. I'll do what I want to do. You know, that sort of thing.
What about your 18th? Anything spectacular? Obviously, you couldn't drink or
I
anything
couldn't eat at the time because I was at the Crohn's disease.
So how did the whole Crohn's come about? Like when did you find out you actually had it?
October.
So this was just after you passed your driving, or just before?
When I was, well, it started off before like June.
Right. Okay, but you didn't know.
I didn't know. I went to the hospital. The doctors and I said, right, I've got stomach pains, got other things happened. Things went up somewhere. Fingers were poked and all that sort of thing.
Decent.
Yeah, and I was like, right, okay then. And then I went away on holiday, and I came back, and then the further investigation with cameras up there and everything. And then I had an MRI scan in like the September, and then they said, right, you got Crohn's. And I was like, right, okay. I wasn't ready. You know, I wasn't ready. That didn't faze me at all. You know, end of the day, I'm alive, and I'm not gonna, nothing's gonna happen. So I was like, Sam. Then they said, oh, you're gonna have to not eat for a month, 8 weeks, and I was like, yeah, so I was, right, let's go for it. Unluckily, that did overlap my birthday, so I had to drink milkshakes on my birthday, and I had a jelly birthday cake. Obviously, I couldn't go out.
Jelly birthday cake.
But I mean, I'm not bothered.
It's always next year. Well,
It's always next year.
now.
Not this year. I mean, you know,
21st, Vegas.
Rosie's
What
is
I
always
do.
open, isn't it?
Do you have any, so after you've passed your shakes, this, that and the other, how do you feel now about, like, because obviously you still got it,
Yeah.
but it's not as bad.
Yeah.
So how are you now, or?
It was 100% fine. Then I started drinking a lot of alcohol, going out and stuff, so it flared up a little bit more. So I was throwing up, and quite a few times I felt a bit iffy. But now I haven't had it for a while, feeling good again. I used to like throw up like almost every single day and that sort of thing. Then I was going out for meals with my mates and that. Throw up before bushes and all that, so you know.
Mates sound like arseholes.
Yeah, they are. But I mean, I'm 100% fine now. 100% fine.
So since you've been 18, any good memories? Anything that stands out?
Obviously, driving around everywhere is great. I went on my first night out the other week.
Picture.
Talking about that Saturday night. What did you get up to?
Saturday. How did you go Saturday?
Because I was there.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I was there. So I just want you to tell me, in your words, how that Saturday went from start to finish.
Right. Okay. So it was a Friday night.
No.
Yeah, it was. It was Friday night, and I was at home. Next thing you know, I get a text from Matty Dunn.
It was definitely a Saturday.
Just listen to him, just don't talk.
On a Friday, and he goes, "You coming out tomorrow?"
Ah, right, okay.
And I was like, "Oh no, I can't. I've got no money. Got no this. Got no this. And everything." He goes, "Yeah, you are. You coming out tomorrow?" He's massive, all this persuasion. I went, "Right, fine. Let me just speak. Let me just ask a few people around." Like, I said, "Right, okay, I'll be there." Turned up at your house early because my nan drives me obviously there because I was drinking. She was like, "Should we get out 4 hours early?" And arrived at the Dunn household. That was an experience in itself, like.
Yeah, you're only there for what, 15 minutes, but
15 minutes. That was a bit of a mad party.
you seen
Then
what it was like.
Then we went next door, met up with some of the mates, and they seemed fine.
Because you didn't know them at the time,
I
did
didn't
you?
know
You didn't
them.
know Josh and Kieran who were there, and
No.
Jake. And Alex.
Kieran wasn't there. Was it?
Oh no, Kieran wasn't there, no.
It was
Jake, Alex and Josh, you
Muscat,
didn't know. Yeah.
And then a few drinks there.
So at this
Just going
point,
out.
you've had like, what, 3 or 4?
3 or 4 drinks, and I wasn't really been out before.
Yeah, so this is your first proper time,
So I was a
and
bit-
you'd only eaten a Lunchable that day,
I never
right?
eaten one snack, yeah, and I was a bit wavy.
Right. So you
Yeah.
head down to where?
I was a bit wavy through the whole thing, and then we moved on to I think we went straight to Pictures Piano, didn't we? We go Wetherspoons first, and then we went Square Bottle, didn't we? Went for a few. I had my first Sambuca there.
No, we went to the Edgerton Arms.
Oh, Edgerton Arms, yeah, Edgerton Arms. Then I had my first Sambuca there.
And that was a reaction in itself. I wish I recorded that.
That hit me a little bit more than I thought it was gonna. And then
We moved to Pitcher.
moved to Picture of another cider in there. Well, we went to Istanbul Barbecue first. Picked up someone, and then we moved on. Ended up in Picture, had a cider or 2, can't remember now. And then I felt a bit ill.
Right,
So I went outside with some fresh air, ended up throwing up right in front of the bouncer and round the corner. Muscle comes out to find me, he's fretting, he's like, "Oh my god, what are we gonna do, what are we gonna do?"
Yeah, he was going very mental. Because I remember him coming back inside and like kicking off to me, "Oh, Ryan's been thrown out, Ryan's been thrown out." Oh, no.
And
So-
then,
Move your mic down a bit.
and then we were like, "Yeah, okay,
Can't see it.
let's move on to Rosie's," which we did. And then the night just carried on. I mean, it's good first night.
I'm not talking.
Very loud, that's all.
You have to edit this out,
So, I'll wait for you to finish. So, any other things since then, or?
A few more nights out with some of the mates. You know, Kieran's birthday, it was a bit of a shocker.
So, talk us through Kieran's birthday. What happened?
Well, obviously it was one of my, I think it was my 3rd night out all together.
Yeah,
I went out
3rd
on
or 4th.
Wednesday, and I was like, yeah, alright, I know the gist of it, I know what's going to happen kind of thing. I know how much money I need, I was pretty prepared for it. Turned up, everything was going alright. For some reason we went straight from Wetherspoons to to Cruise for some reason,
Yeah.
which I wasn't aboard with, like.
That's your first Jaeger bomb now.
Yeah, I mean it's cheap, yeah, but...
Cheap drink. That's why.
And then some of our other mates like Squirm and Kieran were a bit, well, it was their first night out, so they were a bit
Yeah, Squirm's not even 18.
no, they was a bit wavy, weren't they? So half of the night was me looking after Squirm, trying to get him in line and stuff, and keep his head on, trying to make sure he got into Cruise. But then we were on one of the, I think it was top floor, we must have bumped into someone called Liv Bailiff, I think her name is, something like that. And Kieran, when he gets a few drinks down, he's a bit uncontrollable, if you know what I'm saying.
Just a little bit.
And, you know, there was, Liv Bailiff's not the ugliest person, is she? She's quite fit.
Right.
Then Kieran just made his move, and then he went home about 10:30.
So So you're saying he made his move, like, what did he do?
I think we all know what he did.
Well,
I need to hear it from you.
they don't know what they did.
Rich, who's going to be watching this video does not know what Kieran did to that poor girl.
So what did he do?
Well, after a few too many drinks, Kieran was dancing with the women, grabbing their hips and stuff, giving it all this.
Mm.
And then I heard that there was some grabbing
Of what?
the female buttocks,
Oh.
the arse. He grabbed
What
her
a
arse.
vile, vile man he is.
I know.
Kieran Farrell, if you're watching this, shame on you,
Make me
son.
sick.
Scumbag.
Shame on you.
Calling you out, boy.
So, obviously now we're here. That's been in the past.
Yeah.
What?
Future.
Whoa. How are you? How are we finding this? The course, whatnot?
Of course. I mean, it's alright, isn't it? It's not hard. It's a bit too easy.
Lunchtime's good.
Lunchtime's the best part.
Just witnessed Oliver Squirm try to take down 100 chicken nuggets.
Yeah, and
Didn't
then
even get
lunchtime
halfway.
we do what we can like to make it less boring. So we try to go out every single day. College is alright. Assignments are alright and all that, so I can't really mind.
So then, what are your plans for the future?
Oh wow.
Well,
Eventually I'm going to be a multi-millionaire. Like.
well, yeah, I gathered that.
That's the plan.
Well, as soon as I met you, I knew this lad's going to be rich.
To be a multi-millionaire, that's the plan. But
Especially after your street dancing and whatnot. Now you
Yeah.
told me, I mean...
the journey there is going to be a bit difficult, like, but I'm ready for it.
So, do you reckon you'll be staying here in college? Staying on to do do the second year of level 3, obviously, or...
Listen, if an apprenticeship falls out of nowhere, I'm ill.
But what? Any apprenticeship, or does it have
And
to
if
be
it's like
specific?
people say, listen, right, we're going to give you so much money to do this for us and make posters and all that, and you're still going to get qualification and all out of it, I'm not going to say no.
But I'm talking, say, an engineering apprenticeship
No.
also. No. So it has to be
It has to be
media based.
media-based, yeah.
So if
Well,
nothing
that's
else
gonna be
pops-
mega money as well. If it's like £2 an hour, I'm not taking it.
So what you saying a week? What's your minimum?
It's going to have to be £7 an hour.
£7 an hour.
For an apprenticeship wage is about £3.50.
Well, it's not happening.
So in other words, you're
Oh,
99%
that's-
coming back here.
Yeah.
It's like if you take an apprenticeship, it's like for the first year you won't be on a lot of money. Like
Well,
you'll be on
I'm
like
not
the
gonna-
one. But you'll still be on more money than what you're on now. Think about it, you're on what, 80 quid a week now.
Yeah.
You could be on £4 an hour doing 40 hours a week.
And you'll be on double what you're on.
Yeah. We'll see. But at the moment, I'll come back.
So, other than obviously college and whatnot, anything planned for the summer and whatever else?
Well, obviously, I want to meet all the mates as much as you can in the summer. Hopefully, we can go somewhere and do something because I get really bored.
So you want to go on holidays, what you're saying?
Something like that, yeah. I get bored by myself. I'm sure everyone
Get
else does.
lonely in Elton, do you?
Yeah, it's care for house is too much and you can't.
Bit
There's only so much you
boring.
can take.
So, anything else you want to say, or...?
That's pretty much my life, unless you've got any more questions, like.
That, ladies and gentlemen, is the amazing life of Ryan Hardwick. Thanks for coming on for us, Ryan.
Thanks very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for having me.
Peace out, I guess.
Peace.
See you later.